Well, what's going on, pal?
Your mom called. She said, turn this shit off.
That's probably true. Welcome back to Zig and Larry Ignore Topic. We're both using our radio voices because...
Yes, because it is right before our fucking birthday.
Yeah, oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah,
Mhm.
this episode will be... Actually, wait, this episode will
It's
come...
on your birthday.
Yes, this episode comes out on my birthday.
You're up. So happy birthday, buddy.
Hey, thanks.
How was it going to be?
I'm dead now.
That's the pre-pass plural perfect tense.
Yeah, my brain shut down. I don't know if you noticed that. Just like, just the gears stopped, and I was like, I don't.
And I'm pretty sure it's grammatically incorrect.
Well, but who cares? Did Shakespeare? I don't think so.
No, he made up words all the time.
Yeah, he made up his own language. So you know what? You're just like Billy Shakespeare.
I am, but with better hair.
Depending on what picture
better
you see.
Hair.
Much better hair. You do have great hair.
Son of a bitch, it's all I got.
I've got great hair too, but it's just all on my back.
It is though, but it is, I would say, lustrous. Luxurious.
It is. Yeah.
Yes. It's a mane of why is it there, but it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you stay here? And why did you go south and just stay there? It's great though, because eventually I'll have grandkids and they'll just be able to hang on while I do. Pop, I want a piggyback ride. Well, jump on, crab.
40s is what you call your second puberty. You get hair in weird places and you stop thinking about girls. It's just like a weird thing.
I wish that were true or weren't true. Hi. So let's let him behind the magic. We're recording 2 in a row because I'm gonna be on the road and
for your birthday. So I probably won't talk to you.
Probably not.
How old are you gonna be?
78.
Okay, so on your birthday, how old will I be?
You'll be younger than me.
For one whole almost week.
Yep, one whole almost week. You will be younger than me.
It's a beautiful time.
You know what though?
For 6 days, I'm younger than you.
Then I'll get to be the wizened elder gentleman that can pass on all of this knowledge and wisdom of the ages.
Again, for the last time, but for the first time for the listeners, pissing yourself is not being the same as being wizened. That is not what that word means.
Yes. Yeah. Well, agree to disagree.
If your sneakers are moist, you are not wizened. You have whizzed.
Well, once again, our education differs because that is not what my public school taught me. As you know, my public school taught me how to kill a raccoon with an abacus and how to properly prepare it.
This is my buddy Larry. When he walks, his Dr. Scholl's squish. So
it's more of I just start wearing scuba gear instead, so it just sloughs right off.
Why does he smell like the zoo when it rains? I don't know.
I don't know.
Did you have camel enclosure comes to mind?
Did you have asparagus for dinner last night?
For the last night of every night for the last 9 months.
Sure
and
did.
Only asparagus.
Do you ever do that when you forget you had asparagus? You take a leak and you're like, what is wrong with my body? Oh, asparagus.
No, but I had the opposite, where I learned that I can't eat beets in large quantities, and I thought I was dying. I don't know if that's the opposite, but it's a similar track.
Yeah.
I love roasted beets, Larry.
Oh yeah.
I love red beets. I do. Golden beets are good, but a nice beet salad, delightful. A little like goat cheese in there. Sure, absolutely. Something like that. Little light vinaigrette. In the time when I was single, living by myself, but after I learned how to cook, and when I was going to the grocery store, hammered out of my mind, like, well, you know what? I know how to cook. Why don't I just cook for because it's sometimes it's not fun to cook just for yourself. Sometimes it's a lot of fun. But sometimes it's just like if you've done it for a while, you get sick of it. I get it. This is human nature. It's not, you like to share. We're humans. It's share that experience. But I was like, I'm going to cook for myself. I'm going to make myself whatever I want. 2 big roasted beets the size of softballs. That's what I'm going to have for supper. I'm going to roast them. I'm going to put them on a goddamn plate of spinach. And then I'm going to drizzle. And that's how I went to the store.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall what actually happened. I know pepper probably, but that's about it. But what came out of me when your whole diet is liquor and beets?
You were eating like a 1920s Depression era worker, like a miner.
The first 2, we'll say, experiences were so bright red, and I was half in the bag. I thought that I was fucking dying. But then after a while, your rational mind kicks in, and your 3rd and 4th experience are pinkish. You're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not getting darker, it's getting lighter. I think that's a good sign, everybody. Let's go to the board. Judges say we're okay.
Judges say we're gonna live for at least another week with
oh, that's what it was. I had a fucking sunchokes and beets. I made myself roasted sunchokes and beets, and I almost killed myself. Yeah, my body can't deal with it.
Yep, that's another panic moment when you finish up after eating the beets and you stand up and you're like, well, let's flush that. Oh my god, are there organs in there? Do I need to fish something out and head directly to the hospital?
I'm gonna need a cooler, aren't I? Son of a bitch!
God damn, give me some tongs. Stop asking questions and just bring in the fucking tongs.
There's nobody in here. Who am I talking to? Sky and God.
Rosalie, get in here. Carla, rest in peace.
Yeah. The old Jerusalem artichoke grabs you by the poo-poo. That's another word for a sunchoke. It is, but they are delicious.
But it sounds a little bit.
I didn't come up with it. It's not.
I'd say it sounds a little bit like a sex move. Give her the old Jerusalem artichoke.
If you win this wrestling match, you get to give the gentleman the Jerusalem artichoke. Get to or have to? Well, it depends on the crowd. Okay.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs in.
Anything off right up the butt. There's always something going in the butt with you. There's always a digit in the rectum. I just, your bedroom must just be a whole lot of just like gloves and like sanitizer.
Just garden hoses and sticks, and
you're putting stuff up there too much when you have to ask the phrase, is it 1 or 2? What do we got?
How many are in? Let's go ahead and try 4.
Not the one out of the ground, the juicing carrot. That's what you want.
No, don't start with the little end. Start with the big end, and let's see what happens. Have we tried something square? Let's see if we get a square peg in a round hole.
I don't want to put any more square stuff up there. We're still missing 3 Lincoln logs.
Where did that Lego set go? I can't finish the Death Star.
I purposely went with Lincoln log because that's going to confuse anybody younger than us by even 3 months.
Yeah, my grandparents had Lincoln.
What's some other shit? Erector set. I don't know. Shit you've never heard of.
Erector set. Also, that sounds like something you'd find at adamandeve.com.
Adamandeve.com. Dildos and erector sets. And the Jerusalem artichoke now in green.
Comes with 48 spicy movie.
Please have them. Please take them home.
Just take them home. Please. We don't care if you stick them in your butt.
I tell you what, just again, right in your butt with you. Everything's going in the butt with you today.
Well, it is my birthday.
God, happy birthday. You clink when you walk. Just back up your F-150 to the warehouse. We'll throw movies in until the thing's just fucking bottoming out.
Do you have a trailer hitch? Because we've got a trailer full of bullshit no one wants to watch.
Porn is free now.
Movies starring people that should be attractive, but are just attractive adjacent.
We got a bunch of dead people who fucked when they're on Laserdisc now. There's no way these people are still alive.
I don't have a Laserdisc player. Well, we do. We'll send it to you with 78 spicy movies.
The Laserdisc is good. You can cut coke on that. We learned that in the 80s.
It's the only way to do coke.
Only way.
Oh man, if you've never snorted coke with using a hollowed out dildo off of a laser disc copy of Tron, then you aren't living.
Hold on, let me grab a pen. Say that again. My bucket list is getting light these days. I've done a lot of weird shit.
So I need to.
Anytime I hear a really good idea, there we go.
All right, yeah, get that down, dude. Just Rosalie, just write it down. Poor Rosalie, she's pulling double duty for both offices.
Yeah, yeah, she's got to clean up the last beat experience. So,
yeah. Why is it so sticky?
Could be. Never mind, because my diet is mostly just Sour Patch Kids and vegetables I shouldn't eat.
Oh yeah,
it's just fiber and processed sugar. Yeah, there you go.
Whole bucket of gummy worms.
Whole bucket of off-brand gummy worms too.
Yeah. Sour neon gummy worms.
Awesome.
When is the expiration date? Because I like sour candy. I'm gonna guess
it starts with a 19.
I like sour candy.
Yeah, and but you should buy it from a closeout store. You should get out the back of a closed closeout store.
Well, this came off the same truck that I bought the beets. I think this came with our Adam and Eve order.
You can't find an expiration date, can you?
I can't.
It probably doesn't have one.
I don't think it does.
How long are these good till? Till you decide they're not.
When they become sentient. When they start asking you questions. Oh.
They're all individual little gummy worms, but when you put your hand in the container, if it just smushes down like you're going into sand, I would say throw it away.
I would say cut a line and get your laser disc copy of Staying Alive.
Staying Alive.
That's the sequel to Saturday Night Fever.
I didn't see the original. Will I know the plot for Staying Alive if I haven't seen Saturday Night Fever?
I think you'll be okay.
Will I know the plot if I've never seen Roadhouse?
No. Actually, you don't know the plot to anything unless you've seen Roadhouse.
I have not seen Roadhouse.
Have you
I don't watch movies where.
Did you watch Shakespeare in Love?
I don't think so.
Good, because you wouldn't get it unless you watched Roadhouse.
I have not seen Roadhouse.
Just saying, every movie.
Now, does he fight or dance more in Roadhouse?
He fights.
Does he fight fancy? Is it like a capoeira where he's like in just like really tight jeans and he spins around a lot? Does like the spin kicks in like cowboy boots?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
However, I want to point out one of the fight scene between him and Johnny, the bad version of him, the evil version of Dalton. They actually. So
this is like.
Can I finish?
Redneck Karate Kid with Johnny Sweep the Leg.
I don't. It's better. It's a little more homoerotic.
Oh, nice.
But the guy playing Johnny hated Swayze. Thought Swayze was just kind of a soft dancer dude. Didn't realize that he actually studied martial arts. And when they were doing their fight scene, it just wasn't looking good. And Swayze leaned into him and said, "Really kick me. Really let me have it." And this dude looked at him and went, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." So like the punches and kicks in that scene, they are actually punching and kicking each other. And it turned into like a really good fight scene.
See, I was watching really, really manly shit like The Labyrinth for the 7th time. So I didn't have time to watch Patrick Swayze get kicked in the nuts by some guy who never got another job again.
Well, I mean, spoiler, but Johnny does grab Dalton. Dalton is Patrick Swayze's character. Does grab Dalton by the hair, pulls him back, and whispers in his ear, "I used to fuck guys like you in prison." And so, you heard.
That's not true.
I swear to Christ.
All right, well, it's time to have this shot. Thank you very much, everybody.
I used to fuck guys like you in prison.
I was watching David Bowie sing to Muppets like a man.
With his enormous codpiece.
ridiculous, Scott Beams.
What if that is just his unit? What if it was? I would believe it, honestly.
Well, it wouldn't shock me. I mean,
what I think is hilarious is Labyrinth is what woke my wife's sexuality up. She was a kid watching Labyrinth and went, oh, okay. Oh, damn it.
Does she just tug on your beard with both hands and scream, fuck me, Ludo, fuck me, Arnie?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And I'm okay with it.
I am so unhappy with myself right now. I'm in a Labyrinth phase because I literally, like, after 4 beers the other day, I'm like, I haven't seen that movie forever. I loved that movie as a kid. I'm buying that right now on Amazon Prime because it's on sale for $7.99. And I rewatched The Labyrinth.
Yeah. Have you, I will recommend, do not rewatch Neverending Story.
I also enjoyed Neverending Story. It makes no sense.
Well, Falkor is a pedophile.
Yeah, it's a little...
I like little boys on my back, Atreyu.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of that going on. And then when he's being pet and his tongue comes out of his mouth and stuff.
Hello, Atreyu. Uh-oh.
We have found the best goddamn impression that you do. Pedophile Falkor. You are fucking spot on. It's disturbingly good.
The fact that the line he says is, I like little boys. It's, oh God.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Just, he's about to go play Neptune, King of the Sea with Falkor.
There's a whole
his
lot
horse already
on.
Died, Falkor. Keep your finger out of his areas.
Oh God. When that fucking horse dies. Oh Christ.
Well, that's the thing. So years ago,
I need you. Oh Christ! It's still.
Stop it. But years ago, we showed it to the kids because I had forgotten about the scene where the horse fucking dies,
dude,
and
messes you up for a long time.
And also about rapey Falkor, but
if you're innocent enough, you don't realize he's rapey. I would say roughly around 12, 13 is when you go,
well,
whoa, what are we doing?
Same for your uncle. So you
know. Yeah, true.
Yeah. But yeah, we're watching it, and this horse, just watching the horse sink into the swamp, and the kids keep looking at me and Nick like, what the fuck are you doing to us? And
how is he gonna save the horse?
And
oh no, he just walks out in mud.
Yeah. What I did was like took them on. I just told her, I was like, keep it playing, but get it past this point. And I was like, let's go get some cake, guys. Who likes ice cream? And I was just like, into the kitchen, go, you fuckers.
And the worst part is, like, it's not even that the horse dies in a swamp. The horse dies in a swamp of depression.
Yes.
And then the swamp gets it.
Yep. The horse dies of depression.
And that's what kills him by the swamp.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about today's episode?
Yeah, what's our fucking topic? It's not 80s movies and
no, because we got into that. How do we? Sometimes I've got conversations fucking screw me up. So I've been saving some of these for a while, buddy. Before we get into it, why don't we throw it to our sponsor,
splitsociety.org.
Holy shit.
Here we go.
And James Rose.
And we're back. Use promo code Stick It in Your Butt.
No, don't do. Well, I mean,
it's my birthday.
Well, use promo code. It's Larry's birthday. Use promo code Zig and Larry at checkout, and we're pretty sure you get some free shit, or at least some money off. So I have been saving these.
If you use the promo code, it will keep Falkor away from you for one more day.
And it'll get that fucking horse out of the mud.
Oh, it'll finally that horse.
Goddamn horse. I need another shot with the goddamn horse in the mud. That's just shitting. Feet fluid. So I've been saving these for a while, buddy. I haven't done this for a little bit. It's a grab bag episode. Grab bag episode. Do the dance. Grab bag episode. Little wonder fuck. So this is just a bunch of random shit that I come across that I think is hysterical.
Just like when I was a teenager. Hey,
Bazinga! I've never actually even seen that show. Bazinga. What is it?
The Big Bang Theory.
Apparently, it was very popular.
It was very popular, and that does not mean it was good.
No, it's a network fucking sitcom. That's somewhere good, but whatever. But these are just like little vignettes, we'll say.
Okay.
Little stories that I found. And the more I looked at them, the more I realized they all involve animals, because apparently that's all we do now.
Just talk about animals.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fine. The world is burning. Democracy is crumbling. Let's talk about animals.
I hope that you haven't heard of at least some of these, but these are just random stories that I found. So they have nothing connecting them other than the fact that you can eat the stars, I guess, out of all of these, and probably legally. So I'm going to give you this as a headline.
Okay.
Scientists create horde of vicious hamsters after lab test goes wrong.
Was that from Dr. Professor Courage?
No, that's from reality.
Dr. Professor Courage is real. We know that. He gives things funny names.
I want you to put this in your soul. Scientists were experimenting on hamsters and turned them into murderous rage monsters.
So this is how 28 Days Later started.
Correct.
Yeah.
Scientists inadvertently bred a horde, and they keep using the word horde, which
how many is a horde?
Enough to call it a fucking horde.
Hold on. I just want to know. Hey, Siri, what makes up a horde?
Here's what I found from your dictionary.com. The definition of a horde is a large, moving group of people.
So no definitive number.
No, we're just going to say a horde is...
more than 20?
Whatever your brain could do. Yeah. Scientists inadvertently bred a horde of unusually aggressive hamsters after a gene editing experiment to reduce aggression went wrong. So the whole idea was they took a hamster. They said, well, we have to figure out a way to reduce the aggression in hamsters. Let's fuck with their genes. And what they did was apparently the fucking opposite. At Georgia State University, they produced new rodents without hormone vasopressin in an effort to raise social communication between the rodents. So the whole idea, I'm guessing, is to calm mammals. So they're not... I don't even know what the idea is here, but it's why they're trying to do it, which is kind of creepy. And it's even more creepy than what they thought was going to do it, to the opposite. The chemical change turned the Syrian hamsters wild, prompting fights inside the cages.
That's what it is. They're Syrian hamsters. They've seen some shit.
That's that's just the breed. I don't think that's where they came from. I just think that's
Sure. That's what they want you to think.
Ultra vicious hamsters were pictured pinning, biting, chasing each other, and murdering.
Murderous hamsters?
Okay.
All right.
They did gene-altering therapy on minor rodents and turned them into rage monsters.
Okay, hear me out. You remember years ago when I wanted a gang of rabbits that I could call my chumpies and send them into battle for me?
Chumpies away.
Yep. Chumpies away.
Chumpies, assemble. Chumpies away.
Perhaps what I need is a horde of hamsters. You have to find the dominant hamster. You have to find the alpha hamster. I'll have to defeat him in battle.
Correct.
And then I'll win the respect of the rest of this horde of vicious hamsters. And then I can just scream, "Chumpies away!" Or should I do it in the creepy Falcor voice? Get him, Chumpies.
I think you're feeling. You're thinking about it too much. Your popcorn went away. Hold on.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Come back.
Atreyu.
There
it is.
Yep. So last.
Yeah, I turned into Matt Berry for a second. I apologize.
Last week we talked about Dr. Professor Courage, who was the guy with the fucking octopus. On this.
Yeah, who do we fucking blame for this shit? Professor
Elliot Albers.
That's not nearly as cool.
No. We anticipated ... meaning that they redacted a whole bunch of shit. This is a quote. We anticipated, points of ellipsis, we would reduce both aggression and social communication, points of ellipsis. The opposite happened.
I kind of think a voice like this is what happens. Oh, Dr. Albers here. We tried to reduce aggression and oopsie doodles. The opposite happened. Oh no. Anyway, one of them bit off my left testicle.
Entirely possible because Dr. Albers says they recorded high levels of amazing aggression towards other same-sex individuals. So you only go after your own gender.
Okay, why did they even do it in the first place? We want to reduce aggression.
That's my question.
I know. And
why do you want to reduce aggression, period? And then, but now that it seems like the Manhattan Project, or like it's like the guy who invented dynamite, who's like, yeah, this is such a terrible weapon, nobody would ever use it. We went, no, we can use that. So he's like, well, we would like to reduce aggression in humanity. That's actually hold on. I just realized that is the plot of the Serenity movie from the Firefly show.
Holy shit, it is.
It's the plot.
Yeah.
It's the goddamn plot.
Yeah, those are the Reavers. They just made Reaver hamsters.
They fucking did. They were trying to comb hamsters because hamsters were apparently too nuts to begin with. But what they did was they made rage hamsters. So I'm sure that knowing that we can do that, no one will ever use it for evil.
No, never. Especially America or Russia or China or
this is the
North
shit
Korea,
of you're right. This is shit of fucking North Korea can't even turn their lights on. But this is the shit of fucking
no, but an octopus could sure turn them off. See, that's what we need to do. Okay, we've got this horde of villainous, just murderous, sinister hamsters. And
here's the thing: they only want to kill other male hamsters or female hamsters. They only want to kill same-sex hamsters. I'm guessing around us, they'd be like, well, there could be only one. They would just fight for our amusement. I don't know.
Yeah, this is why we have to ally with the octopuses.
Yeah, we're going to need friends.
Yeah, we're going to need somebody who's smarter than the hamsters.
They made rage hamsters, dude. They're fucking with genes, and they made rage hamsters.
Okay, here's my proposal. Let me have them. Again, I'll call them my chumpies. I will figure out a way to get them all on my side. We'll train them, but when I say chumpies away, I'm going to slingshot them at my enemies.
I just envision you like putting like 3 penny nails on their back with duct tape and just like letting them just like peck at people's ankles.
I'm just gonna get a t-shirt cannon and load up like 12 of them. And just
shotgun blast of angry hamsters covered in nails.
Yeah.
That is the stuff of nightmares. That's
yeah.
But just realize that there are people in the world right now doing shit like this. And that was at Georgia State University. That wasn't some lunatic in his fucking garage with a CRISPR machine. That was fucking Jesus Christ.
Just blowing crystal meth.
Yeah, exactly.
Blowing crystal meth at fucking chinchillas and to see what would happen.
It's Professor Elliot going, I don't know, fuck with the hamsters for a while, see what happens, kids. We got lots of funding.
So we need to make them less aggressive. But they're hamsters. Their self-defense mechanism is cute and run. That's the two things they fucking do. Yeah, but we need to make them less aggressive. I don't think you want to make them less aggressive, Albert. I think what we want is
Elliot Albers.
Yeah. I think
credit where credit's due. If you're gonna have a fucking evil, psychopathic warlord, you should call him Elliot. It's by his first name. You know?
Yeah, Elliot's just that's a good name for a psychopath that has a horde of pissed off hamsters.
It's like a villain from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1980s like cartoon. It's like the Rat King and Dr. Elliot and fucking hamsters.
What? Yeah, just a horde of pissed off hamsters with razor blades on their heads.
What do they do? Mostly, honestly, kill each other. It's really just to scare the kids. Like there's no real harm.
Yeah, there's a lot of it's mostly psychological warfare. He just walks around with a tank and just goes, "Hey children, would you like to buy a hamster?" And then they go, and then he shakes the tank and they kill each other and the kids. So he's just creating other supervillains. Those are their origin stories. Anyway, how's the chicken salad?
I'll be honest, his kryptonite is just like wearing boots. So as long as you're like in a pair of boots, even faux leather, they can't really hurt you.
Just make sure they're like halfway up the calf at least. Like you could go all the way to the knee. That's cool if you want to do that. But
as long as you're not prone to panic, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
We're keeping all the big animals away from him because we think that's going to get real gnarly real quick.
Yeah.
But Dr. Elliott's he's been put away. So that happened, Larry. That's a thing. I didn't make that up.
Well, at least like G.I. Joe always said, knowing's half the battle.
G.I. Joe also said it's okay to hug men in public. And they were right. They were goddamn right.
Yeah. I'll hug the shit out of you in public.
They were a little bit weird about it, but I'll nibble you're in public. I don't give a fuck who sees.
Yeah, I'll also put my arm around you while we're shirtless in a lake up to our nipples.
Mm-hmm. It's been proven.
Yeah. Are we gonna live? I don't know, and I don't care.
This is animal related.
Okay. Animal adjacent,
but I would like for you to guess
kumquat
where this happened, because I'm going to tell you the headline of the story.
Not Florida. I'm going to say not Florida. That's hack. To guess Florida would be hack.
Breastfeeding mom fights off bald eagle.
I saw this.
To save pet goose.
Yep. She runs out just in her underpants with a baby latched to her tit, chases the eagle. What was that? Australia?
No.
I know it wasn't Florida.
No.
But it wasn't America, was it?
Nope.
New Zealand?
Well, it doesn't matter. No, Canada, British Columbia.
Oh, because the goose.
Promise I was just at. So yeah, literally,
Have you seen the video? She's pretty hot. Yeah.
I am not making fun of this woman. She's kind of a gladiator, and this is fucking amazing. What I love about several things. One, the headline: breastfeeding mom fights off bald eagle to save pet goose. Uh-huh. Now, when you have a goose, typically, most people don't have geese. Geese are wild animals. If you have a goose, typically you have several geese, and you chop off their fucking heads, and you sell them at Christmas time in the Dickensian period. Mm-hmm. However, this lady has got a pet goose. A bald eagle decided they could take her out. She saw this and jumped into action.
Yeah, she was wearing like those slip-on Tiva sandals.
Yeah. And just like little panties and stuff. And her name is Kate.
Yeah, I when I saw that video, I was like, that's a Valkyrie that decided to just domesticate herself. That ran it because that eagle was like, okay, all right, sorry. Because geese are like they're Satan's. Satan's pets.
I've only been bitten by one fucking bird. It was a goose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Geese
well,
suck.
And they have little teeth. They have little ridges.
Yeah, and I was like 9.
They're aggressive. They're like Satan's feather-covered flying snakes. They are just
fuck geese.
Yeah. And they're also entitled because they'll cross, like, all those Canadian geese will just like cross the road real slow, and you can pull right up to them and honk, and they'll just stop and look at you like, what are you gonna do? You can't hurt me. I tell you what I do is I just edge my car up, and I just give them a little bump. I don't care. What are they gonna do? You're gonna send an animal warden after me? Fuck you. Bring it. Fucking uppity geese.
Where do you have to be to have a Christmas goose? Because I want to have that. It sounds like a big duck.
I mean, you just go to a butcher, and I'm sure almost any butcher can get you a goose. Hell, I'll get you a goose.
I don't want a goose from you. I don't know why, but I'm positive I just made the right decision.
All right.
So for those people who don't know, Kate Oakley, she was breastfeeding her daughter. She heard her pet goose, Frankie, squawking at the front of the house. Her name was Kate Oakley. Oakley could tell there was something wrong. Well, yes, because that's the noise that a goose makes when an eagle's trying to kill it. Something is wrong. So she peered outside and saw that eagle was circling her beloved pet. She rushed outside, mostly naked, with her daughter still in her breast, and the drama heightened as the bird of prey grabbed Frankie, who furiously flapped her wings, trying to break free, like you do when you're being murdered to death. You can tell where the quotes stop and where I start.
Yeah, I'm picking up the editorialism here.
So in quotes, I went to the front door with my daughter latched on me, just thinking, I'll take a peek out the window. And that's when that split second the eagle came down. It was at my front door. So I threw the door open. Bald eagles are big.
Mm-hmm. They sure are.
You're naked and you're feeding a child.
Yep.
There was nowhere to put my daughter down at that point. Oakley, she's 29, of North Saanich, I'm going to guess, Saanich, British Columbia, said today. It was just a split-second reaction. I chased off, and then in quotes, birds off. I've chased off prey many times, usually not with a baby.
Usually. That's the key word in that sentence. Usually not with a baby. You know what? I've done a lot of things. Usually not with a baby. I've drank a beer. Usually not with a baby.
Not with a baby.
Yeah. I've got 3 kids.
I stabbed a drifter with a fucking Phillips head screwdriver.
Usually not with a
baby.
Yeah. But when it was Willow's birthday and she got to go out underneath the overpass and pick out which hobo we were gigging, that's different. It's her birthday.
That was at one time.
Yeah. Usually not with the baby.
Wearing only her underpants and clutching a feeding 4-month-old baby, the mom chased after the eagle to save her goose. It worked. The eagle dropped Frankie. Her doorbell camera caught the encounter. Yeah, you can see it. Which her husband shared on social media. Now, here's the thing. What kind of... And she's cool with it, by the way. It soon went viral, even though loads of people have seen the mom of 3, now 5 months old, and she's got 3 kids, topless in her underwear. She's not embarrassed. She was simply feeding her child, taking care of her pet. Okay, I get that. But what kind of... I mean, it's a very specific kind of human being, family. Be like, so I watched my wife with her tits out in her underpants and my baby lashed onto her tit, scare off a gigantic bird of prey to save a wounded goose. What I thought was Facebook. That was my first thought.
Yeah, that was my first thought because, again, if you look at her, dude, I think is probably just like, look, I made 3 babies with this. Look at this. Look what I get to make babies with. She just lets me keep doing it. And you know who the unsung hero is in all this? That kid for not losing a latch. Like that kid.
She put at some point in the story. She did put him down. She put her down.
Yeah, but she still had a hold of that baby while she chased off that eagle.
Oh, she took the baby off her tit after the first engagement.
Just let me have this.
But yeah, I thought that was. I mean that I see a bald eagle eating my goose. I'm like, that's a dead goose.
I guess I don't get it. But you would like if an eagle swept, or even like a pelican swept down to try to eat coati.
Dead coati.
I'll fight a pelican.
No, they're big.
No, I'll fight a pelican.
That's nature. I'm not above nature.
I'm not above it. I'm a part of nature.
I think by the time that I realized it was happening,
it's too late.
We're dead. Yeah, I mean, he's old. He's had his time. He's so medicated at this point. It doesn't matter.
I'll fight him. He'll probably poison the pelican and pukes him back up.
I'm ready for another one. Just something. I'm ready for an upgrade.
Your dog comes out just. Yep. Yeah. Okay, buddy. Good job.
Yeah. So there you go. Naked broad fighting off a goddamn bald eagle.
It's a fantasy I've had for a long time.
We are just so similar, but so different.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just we cross over. We enough, but then it's fine. That's what makes the world go round. I
tell you what, my view of the world. If she dropped that baby and the bald eagle took it, I'm like, that baby dead. That's what you get.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If she puts the baby down, makes the eagle drop the goose, but it goes and grabs the baby, you're going to go, yeah, it's on you.
Yeah.
You fumbled the ball and the opposite team recovered it and they made a touchdown.
The kid can finish his lunch later, her lunch, I believe. Put on your armor and then go do fucking battle with a 4-foot tall goddamn bird.
Yeah. Just why would you go to the door, you go, oh shit, my goose. You take the baby and you put it on the couch and then you run out. Even just like grab an umbrella or something, a shoe, a box of Cheerios to just give it a lunch, anything.
And what I really don't get is pet goose. So is it like a feral cat? Like it just comes around the house and they like just throw like grain and stuff out for it.
Maybe
it's like they're cool with it. But
it's Canada.
But it's a flock animal. You can't have a lone goose.
Well, maybe the goose thinks that the people are its flock. I'm just saying, like for real. I'm just throwing it out there as a theory.
The goose lived, just so we know.
And it's Canada. They love their geese. Because you know what you hear of? Canadian geese. You know what you never hear of? American geese, because we know that they're just big poultry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like real big.
They're just turkeys that can actually fly.
They're as tall as an 8-year-old. They're fucking big.
Yeah.
That's a big bird.
Yeah, it's a big damn bird.
Not albatross big, not bald eagle big, but big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big enough to make you want to drop your baby, in my opinion.
Big enough to have your tits out.
Yeah, there you go. So
that bird's big enough to get my tits out.
Hey, we did it again. One more sentence that's never been said before. All right, let's go to the big board. We're up to 913.
Yay!
That bird's big enough to get my tits out.
Oh, this is almost like the Jerry Lewis telethon, except it helps nobody.
In the history of fucking everything.
This bird's big enough to get my tits out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's next?
Crazy acid-spitting ants spreading in Australia as council wages war.
We got to finish this episode right now. I am done. What the fuck?
The ants spit acid.
What? Why? Did Dr. Albers get a hold of these pricks too? What the fuck?
No, apparently this was Mother Nature who did this fucker. A dangerous ant species that is native to West Africa and parts of Asia is on the march in Australia and is considered a high risk of spreading nationally, potentially triggering an economic disaster. They're called yellow crazy ants.
Well, I mean, truth and fucking advertising, because that is goddamn clown shoes insane. That's crazier than a clown orgy.
They're called yellow crazy ants. Good news, yellow crazy ants do not bite.
Oh, thank Christ.
Instead, guess what they do? Judging by what I just said.
They spit acid.
That blinds and kills their prey, according to the Invasive Species Council. Although they are tiny, they swarm in great numbers, killing much larger animals like lizards, frogs, small mammals, children, turtle hatchlings, and birds.
I like how they threw children in the list in the middle instead of like at the end. They're just like, and like they whispered it. Like, well, small mammals, children, turtles, birds, relatively small-sized monkeys, maybe a Shetland pony, definitely your kid.
Yeah.
Billy's fucked. I'm sorry.
So the acid, I mean, it's not like Marvel superhero, spitting acid, but it is enough. It's like a third of a eyedropper.
Yeah, it's a spurt.
Yeah,
little spurt.
But let's say there's 400 on your face doing it in your eyes, because they go for the eyes, Larry. They go for the eyes.
Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Just like the aggro hamsters.
They're found on a private
So
property.
did we make them in a lab?
No, nature made them. God.
So did we make aggro hamsters to fight?
No, we did that. Yeah.
Yeah, we made the aggro hamsters to fight the acid spewing ants.
That would be a decent idea, but currently our aggro hamsters only kill each other.
Yeah, well, we're trying to get them pissed off at the ants.
Although, to be honest, the aggro hamsters might kill other things. We just kept them in cages with each other. I'm guessing. So,
have we thrown anything else like a goose or a bald eagle?
Again, load them into a t-shirt cannon.
Hold it, just shoot them at him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that broad needed. She needed a horde of aggravated hamsters in a t-shirt cannon that she got a shot at the bald eagle.
Yeah.
This is the kind of these are the weapons that we need. Don't stop making ARs and start making t-shirt cannons full of pissed off nail and razor covered hamsters.
This is the kind of shit that happened only in the BioShock video game series.
This is what
shoot them with a gun. No, a bunch of hamsters with nails on their heads. Sure, or acid spitting ants. Yeah, we got that too.
Yeah, this sounds like
buckshot. We're out of buckshot.
It sounds like Borderlands. It sounds like a gun that you would get awarded. That you're like, there's better guns, but this one's the best. This one's the most fun. Hey, let's take a break for just a quick second.
Can do. Seamless.
So we've had aggro hamsters, we've got acid spitting ants, and we've got Canadian broads with their tits out fighting eagles. Which
are we allowed to say broads at all?
Right, I'm sorry, dame. We got a Canadian dame.
Wow, that seems like you're doing something out of my book, but okay, very good.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm the asshole, you're the PC one. Remember?
I'm on my second pint glass of rum. I don't know what to...
Well done.
Look, I don't mean any disrespect. I'm just saying I respect this woman, but also didn't realize that this was a kink of mine until we started talking about it. Just a topless woman fighting an eagle. Oh.
Yeah. It's just like, no, I got this.
It's just
what do you need for a weapon? One bare tit not covered by a 3-year-old. My
4-month-old.
4-month-old and a shit ton of screaming. She didn't even grab a broom. She just like went at the thing.
Yep.
With one arm.
Yep, because she's got to tuck that baby back like
and no shoes. God damn it. Kate of British Columbia. Good on you.
Kate of British Columbia, you are our hero.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's next? Jesus Christ.
Okay.
What other atrocity are you going to tell me about?
The duck-billed platypus.
Yeah?
So it's weird, right?
Yeah, it's super weird. But
okay, so what do you know about it that's weird? You're all going to be right. I'm just curious, facts you have. This one you don't know.
poison claws.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Lays eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Is a mammal.
Correct.
But it has a bill like a duck and a tail like a beaver.
Very much.
Likes being choked during sex.
Okay.
Has only keeps its money in a coffee can underneath the bed.
I feel like we're veering off of facts now.
Does not trust banks,
Okay.
but will invest in crypto.
I think that you were right up until the last half.
Okay. All right. I'll take a 50-50.
What you didn't know,
mm-hmm.
You're right, they are mammals.
Mm-hmm.
You're right that they do give birth to eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Only one of two. The duck-billed platypus has no nipples to feed their offspring. Instead, milk oozes from the skin. The platypus is a monodreme, a tiny group of mammals able to both lay eggs and produce milk. They don't have tits. This says teats, but I said tits. Instead, the milk secretes from their belly. They sweat it out. It's like they have a shit ton of sweat glands, but they don't sweat.
Oh, sure. Sweat. It's cool when the platypus sweats a milky substance and feeds its kids. When I sweat a milky substance, I'm asked to leave Perkins that morning.
Well, that's because your sweat not only has a smell and a sound, but it's basically just pure lard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I'm trying to eat more vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
please do. We're gonna talk. We're talking high fiber.
Yeah.
So they just sweat stuff out of their belly. It's like the underside. So it's not just like all over, but the small platypus that just came out of an egg now has to lick this beaver duck's mother's guts and hope to get enough drink to make another ridiculous
venomous beaver ducks sweat milk.
Yep.
Venomous beaver ducks sweat milk and other poems.
So you can say it if you give me one poet that we have
by C.S. Lewis.
I have to give it to you.
Or sorry, T.S. Eliot.
No, that's a race car.
Ah, you're right. Oh, fuck.
I do not know what that joke meant. It meant basically nothing.
Yeah,
it meant we've been drinking for 2 hours.
Yeah, heavily.
So there you go.
Okay.
I got more.
Hit me with another one.
Would you like?
I'd like to not be upset this time.
Okay, so you don't want gross.
Fuck it, give me gross.
Okay. So there's a breed of shark called the Greenland shark, and guess where you find them?
Greenland.
Right.
Burbank, yes.
No, they are, and because Greenland is, the waters are very cold typically, or at least they used to be.
Yeah.
They're a slow-moving shark, okay?
Yeah.
But the vast majority, if not all, Greenland sharks are blind.
Right. Yeah.
Thanks to a special parasite that eats their eyes.
I've changed my mind.
And replaces them.
What does it replace them with?
Their own selves. The Greenland shark's bumbling reputation, this is according to Oceana,
Can we not?
You said gross. You said gross.
No, I'm just saying. Let's be a little sensitive here. Their bumbling reputation. They've got parasites for eyes. Yeah, of course they do. You think the parasites are being like, turn left, turn right, don't run into that? It's not the Greenland shark's fault.
They are born with, this is quotes, they're born with small but functional eyes, up to 100% of adults in local population of Greenland will have small parasitic crustaceans hitching a ride on the shark's corneas. Each eye usually hosts one adult female along with several larvae. They nibble away at the shark's corneal tissue, destroying its vision in the process, but live in the socket.
To quote Phil Hartman from So I Married an Axe Murderer, in the bitch's ocular cavity.
Yeah. So, isn't that cute? You're born, you can see, a worm eats your eyes, then you bumble around. You can still feed yourself, but
so what you're saying is they're the Mr. Magoo of the sea.
As long as Mr. Magoo had worms eating his eyes. Yeah,
he may have. There was no explanation for why Magoo couldn't see well.
I got a cute one. Okay. Let's do a cute one.
We need a palate cleanser.
Yeah. Female sloths are literally too lazy to go looking for a mate. A female sloth will often sit in a tree and scream until a male hears her and decides to mate with her.
So this is just like dating in the South. Just a drunk girl that just sits in a booth and screams, "I'm so drunk, y'all," until Dale shows up.
Again with Dale. We have to get you more Dale and that less out of the butt.
Cooter? Dale, can I go with Cooter?
Yes, that's fine. Once Dale puts something in his own butt, that's just going to be like the fucking end of the world for you. It's like the goddamn Event Horizon. The three-fingered sloth will emit high-pitched vocalizations to attract the attention of nearby males. These vocalizations, or, in quotes, screams, sound like bird calls, or shrill whistles, or, in quotes, screams. She'll do this for 8 to 10 days, every month, with the vocalizations increasing in frequency until she is screaming up to every 10 to 15 minutes. The male three-finger sloths get very excited when they hear this call and go in search of the female making it.
Not quickly, but they do.
No, that's the bitch. That's because they're like, all right, where's she at? 2 blocks over. Motherfucker. Okay.
I'm going to need a snack and get me my Nalgene because I'm going to need a drink on my way there.
Takes a hell of a lot less energy for her to scream than for me to go to 2 blocks. Okay, in a tree. And every time I have to take a shit, I go down to the forest floor, take a shit, hope I don't get eaten, and crawl back up.
Just real slow, like.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite videos, this sloth that's like trying to take a swipe at a lady that is like trying to wash him up, and he does not want to be cleaned up, and he just keeps taking a swipe, but it's so slow. So like she'll wipe him, and he'll look. And I don't know if you've ever seen, like, you can even so see his little eyes squint, like, bitch, get off me. But then reaches back and just takes this lazy swipe at her, and she just,
I'm gonna get you.
And then he just kind of, and she would step back up and just keep cleaning him, and his little hand would come around, and he'd look confused, like, you're so fast, how did you get out of the way? And then he'd do it again, like, fucking bitch. He's like that real drunk friend that doesn't know how slow they're moving. Get away from me, you son of a bitch.
They stay in the trees. They only ever come down to poop. Okay? But that's the only other time that they're like vulnerable to the few things that come after them. But when they're up in the trees, they're safe because the things up there don't want to fuck with them because they're covered in bacteria and poop and piss and gnarly. And they're like, that thing stinks. I don't even want to. Jesus Christ.
I love that is their defense mechanism.
What do you do? I'm slow and I stink. Fuck you.
Same, sloth. Same.
Yeah. You ain't getting me. Why? Ha. Oh, God, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
you're right. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
You gonna try to bite through this nonsense?
You just, I know how you're going to taste. And you're going to taste like death. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want a piece of this? Take a bite, bitch. No, I do not.
Gross. Utter gross.
Yeah, so what we learned today?
Oh God, so much. I'll tell you what I learned. You don't know near as much about some animals as you think you do, but you know a lot about naked broads in fucking Colombia or British Columbia scaring off birds of prey.
Yeah, is that any surprise?
And I also learned that if you keep saying broads long enough, I'm going to say it, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we just do that to each other.
Yeah.
We mean no disrespect.
We don't, but it's weird.
I mean, come on. My wife refers to herself as a slit most of the time.
Yeah, but that's their word? I got nothing.
That's probably... Yeah, I think you're right.
What happened to you? How about that? Instead of that, what did you learn? How about what happened to you?
I can drink a slightly brown color pint glass of rum and still sit here and talk.
Good for you.
Now we're finishing this episode, which means I'm about to be my wife's problem. You're welcome. Yeah, this is, you know what? She's patient and she rarely gets mad at me, so
I have a different experience.
What, my wife is impatient and gets mad at you? No, my wife, not to go into a bit, but I do say it on stage, she's the world's best enabler. Because she does it for her own entertainment. Yeah, go ahead, have another drink. Let's see what the fuck happens. Well,
see, my wife does the same thing, which is like, go ahead, have another drink, and then slice up that carrot. Let's see what happens. It's a different kind of thing.
It is, but I think it comes from the same place. It's like
as long as you like Friday the 13th, as opposed to just like
it's like the difference between champagne and sparkling wine.
Where you're at in the country, in the world.
It comes from a certain region of fuck you.
All right, fair enough.
Hey, guess what, pal?
I have no idea.
It's my birthday, and I love you.
When's it my birthday?
Soon, like less than a week.
I love you back.
Yeah, you do.
The best part's about hanging out with these guys. God damn it, son of a bitch, motherfucker.